Hey friend, Graham here from recordingrevolution.com. Special video today. I'm going to give you the best single piece of advice I could ever give you as it relates to making music in your home studio. And we're celebrating 300,000 subscribers to the Recording Revolution. All right, so before I jump into the advice, I want to take a moment to celebrate a huge milestone. And I don't do this very well. I don't typically celebrate. I'm usually just giving you content. But a couple weeks ago, we crossed the 300,000 mark for subscribers to this channel, Recording Revolution. I was in the middle of a couple of video series teaching you how to record and mix a song from scratch, and I didn't really want to break up the flow, and I tied up some loose ends with a couple of videos. Now I'm finally getting back to it. But yes, we crossed over 300,000 subscribers. We have more since then, and depending on when you're watching this, hopefully lots more. But I wanted to take a moment to just pause for a second and celebrate this and thank you publicly. If you weren't a subscriber or a viewer, even if you haven't subscribed yet, you can still hit the button right now. I wouldn't be doing this. I am nothing without subscribers or viewers. I'm just a guy with a camera. Anybody can grab a camera and make a video. It's not every day that you get 300,000 people subscribing to your channel. And this is definitely not what I thought was going to happen when I started the Recording Revolution almost 8 years ago. So I want to first thank you for the support. Subscribing, liking, watching, sharing a video, it means a lot to me. I see the comments, I see the feedback. It encourages me. I don't know if you know what it's like to be able to create a video, put it out there in the world, and know that hundreds of thousands of people are going to watch it, and that a lot of those people are really going to internalize it and benefit from the material. It's what keeps me going. So thank you for doing that, for watching, even if this is your first video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting me, and thanks for your feedback and questions and all that stuff. It means a lot. Secondly, there is so much to be said about persistence, and we're going to get to that in a minute, because this was never something, like I said, I thought would be in the cards for me. And I never thought anybody would really care about the audio piece of what I was doing. In fact, I was starting this channel really as a place to hold some videos for my blog, which you can go to recordingrevolution.com, and you should go there, simply to share some tutorials with my friends on that blog, because some of the articles, the stuff wouldn't work in written form. I needed to show you so you could hear it. So I was like, well, I'll just use YouTube to host some videos, and the rest is history. Now we're here, one of the largest audio channels in the world, and some of the best people in the world that are absorbing the material and benefiting from it. And so many of you, my students, have gone on to get songs on the radio, to get signed, to make a living being a musician, or just finally make a record that your wife or your friends or your bandmates or your fans go, wow, did you do this in a big studio? And you say, no, I did it myself with $400 of gear. And that is a huge win. All of those are huge wins. So just wanted to take a moment to celebrate this moment. I'm excited for the years to come and the hundreds of thousands of new subscribers to join in the future. Bam! All right, now on to the advice, like I was saying, and this ties into the celebration. There is so much advice out there for making better sounding music. A lot of it comes from me. This is what I spend a lot of my weeks doing, is trying to help you get better sounding recordings and mixes. But if we can go back in time to the Graham when he was in high school, getting into college and starting my audio degree, let's give you a picture of what Graham was like then. This is how Graham would try to improve his craft, okay? I mean, I would go to class and learn stuff, but in between and when I needed more information and my recordings didn't sound good, because they didn't, I would get on the internet and I would type in things like how to record drums. And what would come up would be a bunch of articles, some really helpful. Sometimes there'd be forum posts in an unnamed forum that I will not name here. And there'd be a bunch of awful advice from people that were snooty and stuck up, saying you needed to buy expensive equipment and all that stuff. But if you ignore that bad advice, that the equipment is really the difference maker, which is ludicrous, even the advice on what technique to do, how to use the microphone, where to record drums, or how to set it up, or which placement, or whatever, or how many mics, no matter what the advice, whether it was good or bad, what I would do is simply read it or listen to the advice and maybe try it once, maybe, and not get great results, and then I would move on. And then I would rinse and repeat this process of spending lots of time here on the internet. YouTube wasn't quite existing yet at the time. That's how old I am. Absorbing, maybe trying it, and then just complaining that my recordings still don't sound good. Don't know if that sounds familiar. The reason why I didn't get good at recording in those early years, or why it took me what I think is a long time to get good at recording, is simply this. I didn't do enough of it. Listen, this is the best piece of advice I could give you. If you apply it, if you don't, I can't help you. Do lots of recording and mixing. The only way to get better at any craft, but especially this, is to do it. Lots of it. Recording begets better sounding recordings. Mixing begets better sounding mixes. Mastering begets better sounding masters. Absorbing more and more information doesn't inherently make you a better mixer or recording engineer or producer or whatever. Now, I'm a huge proponent of education. It's a huge part of what I spend my time doing. It's a huge part of how I make a living. And the reason it is both of those is because it works. The reason I talk about stuff and teach you how to do things as opposed to telling you to buy stuff all the time is because information can transform you. What you don't know will hurt you, and knowing a better way or a better method or a better understanding of things will help you get better results faster. I believe in it, so I do it. And there's a reason why there's 300,000 of you plus watching these videos, because it resonates with you and it works. Gear is never the solution. You can't buy your way into better recordings. No matter how many ways we try to pitch that little philosophy, it just falls flat, because the worst mix engineer in the world with the best console and the best plugins and the best DAW and the best treated room and expensive monitors will still churn out a crappy mix because he or she just does not know how to mix. And yet the best mixer in the world can start off with a brand new $100 interface, cheap headphones, free DAW, stock plugins, and mix a killer sounding mix because he or she knows how to mix. Ergo, the common denominator is never equipment, ever. The common denominator is you and what you're able to do. And the way to get better is to get information and education. So I'm a huge proponent of that. But I also know that education that just goes straight to you and stops there and you don't use it is meaningless. And that's the part of this whole video thing. I can't help you if you don't apply it. But if you apply anything I'm teaching you, you could forget 99% of what I've ever shared. But if you apply 1% of it a lot, over and over again, guess what? You will get better. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. And that's what's so great. So if you're not as good as you want to be, or your recordings don't sound as good as you want them to sound, guess what? You probably haven't recorded enough. Maybe you're recording 3 or 4 songs a year. It's not enough. If you want to get really good really fast, do 3 or 4 songs a month. Do 3 or 4 songs a week. Speed up how much material you make or produce or release or whatever. You will speed up how good you get. It's really simple. And this ties into even the recording revolution. When I started making videos, guess what? They weren't that cool looking. I looked funny. My lighting was awful. The video quality was grainy. I was really shy and awkward on camera because, guys, if you've never done a video, putting up a camera and talking to it like you're talking to people is really strange. Like what I'm doing right now in this room, if you were to watch me, looks strange. I've just been doing this for 7.5 years. I'm so used to it, and I actually know who I'm talking to, and I can connect with you somehow through the camera. But when you start doing it, you're like, hey guys, today we're gonna talk about compression. It's awkward. So I've gotten really good at it. Why? Not because I bought a nicer camera, which I did 5 years later. Not because I got video coaching. I never have. Because I've done hundreds of videos. I was doing 1 a week minimum for 7+ years. That's how you get better at making videos, is you just do a lot of them. You get more comfortable, you get better at the quality, you get better at the editing, you get better at all of that stuff. Even when I'm teaching, presentation, it's inevitable. You got to do a lot of it. Now, this is obvious to some of you, but most of you don't do enough of it. And if you find yourself frustrated with the quality of your recordings, the quality of your mixes, Apply this to songwriting, the quality of your songs. You're probably just not making enough. You're probably not writing enough songs. You're probably not recording enough, probably not mixing enough. So if there's anything I could share with you today to wrap this up, as we celebrate crossing 300,000 subscribers, I want all 300,000 plus of you to just go do more. Use your same gear. Don't buy anything new. You don't even have to learn anything super new. I mean, I got you covered on education. Even then, just take what little you have learned and just go apply it a bunch. Use one technique over and over again. Record a song over and over again. Record lots of material. Just promise me you'll do more of whatever you're doing, whatever your rhythm is of how much music you get to work on. I promise me you'll ramp that up the rest of the year, because that is the only way to see results. Thank you for watching. Before you go, I want to say quickly, thank you again, all 300,000 plus of you, for subscribing. And if you're not one of those subscribers, join them. Click the subscribe button. And two, if you want to become more than just a subscriber, okay, more than just a subscriber that just knows when the videos are live, if you want to actually get my best material, starting with my 6 steps to a radio ready song guide. This is a guide you can download right now that will give you a framework for how to go make better sounding recordings and mixes in your home studio today that you can use over and over and over again, with lots of tricks and tips and techniques, and just jam-packed full of stuff. Super fun, super easy read. If you want to get that and you haven't already, you need to download it. Go to radioreadyguide.com today. So go from just being a viewer, hey, that's cool, I like what he's talking about, to a subscriber, I want to see all his videos when they come out, to joining up to get the guide, because it's free, more free stuff, and it goes way more in depth, and then it can be a companion to any of the videos you're watching here. So take it that next step. Your recordings and mixes will benefit. You'll enjoy it. And then just leave me a comment below letting me know if you've downloaded the guide and what you thought of it and what's been helpful. I want to hear from you. So thank you so much for being a part of the Recording Revolution. Again, I'm humbled to have you as a subscriber and a viewer. I got to go make more videos and stuff. So I'll see you on another video. Hey, you still here? Yeah, I'm done. Did you subscribe? Yeah, it's over here somewhere. Hit the subscribe button. Hey, did you download the guide? It's free. Did I tell you it's free? Did I tell you it's awesome? Oh, I did tell you it's free and awesome. All right, cool. Okay, bye now.